So what role can AI play in the birth and development of a baby? Well, stick around as we explore how AI can be used in vitro fertilization to help pick the healthiest embryo. We'll also discuss how having an AI digital twin can help keep you free from disease. And finally, we'll share how scientists can use AI to design the perfect baby and the ethical implications of it all. So if you're ready, let's get started. Number 1. Digital twins. Can an AI twin help save you from deadly diseases? Well, what if I told you your doctor could treat your heart condition without ever touching your body? Imagine an AI-developed digital copy of you, your exact twin, used to test treatments, predict outcomes, and save lives. This is the transformative promise of AI-driven digital twins in healthcare. For example, meet Sarah, a 55-year-old woman with a complex heart condition. In the past, her doctors faced significant challenges, often relying on trial and error to find the best treatment plan. Today, her medical team can turn to groundbreaking AI technology to create a digital twin, a precise virtual replica of Sarah's heart, reflecting its unique structure and behavior. With this digital twin, Sarah's doctor can simulate treatments in real time, testing medications, fine-tuning dosages, and even rehearsing surgical procedures, all without putting Sarah at risk. These outcomes aren't just hypothetical. Studies show the use of digital twins in surgical planning has been associated with a 20% reduction in surgical complications and a 15% faster recovery rate. Companies like Silico are advancing this technology by creating synthetic digital organs that represent diverse populations, including variations in age, gender, and pre-existing health conditions. This inclusivity allows medical device manufacturers to test their products across a broad spectrum of biological scenarios, improving both the safety and efficacy. According to recent data, AI-enhanced modeling can cut medical device testing time by up to 30%, accelerating the availability of life-saving innovations. Digital twins also show promise in managing chronic diseases. For instance, diabetes patients benefit from AI models that can predict blood sugar fluctuations and suggest precise insulin adjustments. Early interventions made possible by digital twin monitoring have been shown to reduce hospitalizations by up to 25% in certain conditions. However, some experts urge caution. Critics argue that the effectiveness of digital twins relies heavily on the quality of the data input. If the data is incomplete or biased, the simulations may produce inaccurate results, potentially jeopardizing patient safety. There are also concerns about the accessibility of this technology. Will it become a tool only available to wealthy healthcare systems, leaving others behind? Additionally, questions about data privacy loom large. With so much personal and medical data required to build these digital twins, ensuring secure handling and preventing misuse is paramount. AI-powered digital twins are undeniably revolutionizing healthcare, turning guesswork into precision science and opening doors to faster, safer, and more effective medical solutions. However, as with any transformative technology, the potential benefits must be carefully weighed against the challenges of equitable access, data security, and ethical implementation. Number 2. AI and fertility. Scientists are harnessing the power of AI in embryo development. Imagine this. You're in a lab staring at a collection of tiny cells under a microscope. The pressure is intense as you know the family is eagerly awaiting your decision. Is this embryo the best one? Or is it this one? The pressure is real. But now, imagine if you had an AI-powered lab partner. A tool so precise it could examine the genetic makeup of the embryo and predict the best embryo for a successful pregnancy. That's what AI is doing in the fascinating world of in vitro fertilization, or IVF. Let's dive in. Meet Dr. Anna, an embryologist. Every day she works in the high-stake worlds of IVF, helping hopeful patients on their journey to start a family. For years, Anna relied on her expertise and the same techniques embryologists have used for decades, looking at embryos under a microscope and making judgment calls based on their appearance. But let's face it, humans are human. Even the best trained eyes can only see so much, and decisions can sometimes feel subjective. Enter AI, her new lab sidekick. Armed with deep learning algorithms, this technology analyzes time-lapse images of embryos in ways no human ever could. It looks for subtle patterns in cell division, morphology, and even tiny kinetic movements that might reveal an embryo's potential for a healthy pregnancy. Suddenly, Anna has a teammate that never gets tired, never blinks, and always brings the data. Here's how it works. Let's start with number 1, embryo grading and selection. Think of it as grading homework, but for embryos. AI uses advanced tools like convolutional neural networks to pick out embryos with the best chances of success. It analyzes details like how cells divide over time and assigns grades with surgeon-level precision. Number 2, predicting aneuploidy. So what is aneuploidy? Well, glad you asked. It's when embryos have the wrong number of chromosomes, something that can cause complications. AI can predict this by analyzing those time-lapse images and flagging embryos with normal chromosome numbers. Better predictions, better outcomes. Number 3, assisted hatching optimization. AI even steps in during the tricky process of assisted hatching, where a laser opens the outer shell of the embryo to help implant it. It can pinpoint the perfect spot, giving embryos an extra nudge towards success. And number 4, personalized treatments. Every patient is unique, and AI knows it. By combining data like hormone levels, age, and previous IVF attempts with its embryo analysis, AI helps tailor treatment plans to give each family the best shot at success. So not only does this tech improve success rates, but it also removes some of the guesswork, giving families more hope and reducing stress. Of course, it's not perfect. AI relies on high-quality data, and there are important ethical conversations about how it's used. But for families around the world, utilizing AI in embryo development is a game-changer in making miracles happen. Number 3, AI and the perfect baby. What if you had the opportunity to design the child of your dreams? Imagine sitting in a clinic and being handed a list of options for your future child. Height, eye color, athleticism, maybe even intelligence or musical talent. It sounds like something from a sci-fi movie, right? And while AI is making waves in reproductive medicine, the truth about creating designer babies is much more complicated than it seems. Let's start with what's actually possible right now. AI is already being used in IVF to improve success rates by analyzing embryos and helping select the ones that most likely lead to healthy pregnancies. It can also work alongside genetic testing to screen for certain health risks, such as inherited diseases. These advances have helped many hopeful parents, but they're focused on medical outcomes, not designing specific traits. But the larger question is this: if AI can do this, should we let it? Yes, there is undeniable potential for good. Imagine a world where parents can ensure their child won't inherit a debilitating genetic condition, or where chronic illnesses like diabetes and heart disease are drastically reduced. These are real benefits that could enhance the quality of life for future generations. When it comes to traits like intelligence, creativity, or musical ability, things get tricky. These are what scientists call polygenic traits, meaning they're influenced by hundreds or even thousands of genes, as well as environmental factors like upbringing, education, and social opportunities. While AI can calculate probabilities based on genetic data, something known as polygenic risk scoring is far from being able to guarantee outcomes. For example, even if a child's DNA suggests they might have a genetic predisposition for musical ability, whether they become a skilled musician depends on factors like practice, passion, and access to resources. In other words, there's no gene for genius, or a gene for perfect pitch, that we can simply turn on or off. And even if the technology existed to tweak genetic codes for traits like these, the potential for unintended consequences is enormous. Changing one gene might have triple effects across the genome, leading to outcomes we can't predict or control. Almost sounds like the start of a new X-Men movie. There are also ethical and societal concerns. Who decides which traits are worth enhancing? Would parents feel pressure to make certain choices to give their child an edge? And what about inequality? If only the wealthy can afford this kind of technology, it could widen social divides and create a new kind of genetic privilege. These aren't just hypothetical questions. They're real issues we have to face as the technology progresses. So, are we ready to use AI to create perfect designer babies? The short answer is no, not yet. and maybe not ever. While the possibilities are fascinating, the science isn't quite there, and the ethical implications are enormous. For now, the best we can do is stay informed and keep asking the big questions. Technology moves fast, but our values, ethics, and understanding of the world must keep pace. It's like we're peeking through the door of Pandora's box, and it's about to open to all of us, scientists, lawmakers, and society as a whole, to decide how wide we open it. So after exploring the groundbreaking role of AI in healthcare, fertility, and even the possibility of building the perfect kid, it's time to answer the burning question. Are we ready to create designer babies? While AI is already transforming lives by assisting us in addressing health risks and improving IVF success rates, it is still far from achieving the goal of creating the perfect human. As exciting as the technology sounds, it's important to remember that the real magic of life isn't about perfection, it's about possibility. AI might help us navigate some of life's biggest challenges, but the decision of how far we go with it isn't just a scientific one, it's a human one. Because, as John Hammond learned in Jurassic Park, just because you know how to do something doesn't necessarily mean you should do it. So that's it. Thank you for sticking around. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think we're ready to take this leap into designing babies with AI? Are the risks worth the rewards? So please drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's start the conversation. And before you go, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into fascinating topics like this, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and stay techie.